Hi-ho, everybody. Right now, I'm actually going to be really excited for what we're going to be going over right now, which are for loops. Now, these are my most used loops that I've used. It's definitely the best way to be working with arrays, so let's just get right to it. So for loops, they're used to run a loop a predetermined amount of times. Now, this is done by using an index value, which has a certain step value, which is default as 1, until a final terminating value is met. And this is the syntax that we're going to be working with here. You start with the for keyword, and then you have some index variable. I tend to use the word index or the letters I, J, or K whenever I'm stepping through loops. I also have a start value, which most of the time I end up making 1. That just ends up being how it is. And then some final end value. And I usually leave the step value up and just leave it as the default 1, but I'll show you actually how that really works out. So optional, default 1 if no step value is there. And let's go through this example real quick. Alright, so just going through here, you can see that I is actually what my index value is. It's actually going to be moving to 1 once this actually executes. 10 is what it's going to be ending at, and finally we're just going to step through as 1. So if you can see, stepping through this, you can see it's putting down here my immediate window. And I fucked up the order of it. Running the full thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So now what happens if we actually change some of this? We can actually change this to step value of 2, and it will actually print every 2 number, and it really runs only 5 times. But if we take this out, it's going to go back to defaulting as 1. Finally, we can also actually make a negative step value. I have not really needed a lot of ways to actually do this, but if you're actually counting down for some reason, then you might want to consider using a for loop with the negative step value. It might make your coding a little bit easier. Also, you can change this. So let's say we want to make it to 0 to 100. This is actually done very quickly. And finally, I'm just going to do a quick example. If I want to do something to all of the arrays, actually I'm just going to say 1 to 100. I have 100 elements in here, and I can actually use the L-bound functions and the U-bound function to step through this entire array. And let's say I'm going to give this the phrase orange. For some reason, I want to put the word orange in every single one of my array here. I'm going to put this code break right here so it stops before exiting the sub. And you can see that it actually did it very, very quickly.